Hi, how are you? Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Home by MFH. This is very much a new endeavor for me. I live in the world of grooming and lifestyle, mainly grooming on YouTube, and this is a new channel, so I'm excited. I'm making progress with this place. I've got lots of paint on the walls. I had a structural engineer in today. I'll show you about. I've been in here for, how long have I been in here for? 2 weeks maybe, and I'm glad I've done it this way. I had planned on kind of having all the work done before I moved in here, and I would kind of move into this plush, very much ready to go place. It didn't happen. It took ages to complete. So I'm living with boxes around me, and I'm just sort of getting set to have the work done. So I've had some builder's quotes in. I'm going to be doing, it's very dark, I'm going to be doing some work to this place, and I just had a structural engineer to check that I can actually physically do all of it. So since I last showed you around, it was kind of a bit of a shell. It's now a shell with stuff in it. So this is my office space. I am using this at the moment to film my videos. These are some sort of colours I'm thinking about. A lot of Farrow and Ball going on. 281, if you know that one, I'll link it. But I'm not going to do too much to this. It's really about just getting the space set. And once the space is set, I can then paint. So the builders are going to bring the walls in slightly. We're going to get some new plug sockets in. There's not very much at the moment. The ceilings are going to come down ever so much, and I'm going to put rock wool in. Rock wool is an insulation. It's going to be 75mm rock wool. It's sort of soundproofing insulation. I'm doing this because I am so conscious of any sounds. Even in my last place, it was quiet, but I like things to be super quiet. And also, I'm shouting in here when I'm doing videos, so I want it to be quiet for everyone else. So I'm going to have fairly plain lighting up there. Ceilings down ever so slightly. Here, I wanted to open this up. So this is what would have been like an old Coles store. I wanted to open this up so I could have more room and keep my bike in there. The structural engineer says that this is load bearing, so it is a no can do. But I can open this. So where that sort of bit is there, I'm going to cut into it and create an L. That means that this whole area will be larger. But where does that space come from, I hear you ask? That space will come from my bedroom. I don't plan on, I want this bedroom space to be, super dark. I want this bedroom space to be just an area just to relax and sleep. I don't really want clothing in it. I don't want to be working in here. I want it to be chilled. So I'm going to be taking this built-in wardrobe out. So this will get plasterboarded all the way across. This is where I'm sleeping at the moment, on the floor, but on a nice mattress. So we're going to plasterboard, seal this up, and this little nibble on this side will open into the hallway there. So it's just going to bring it up a bit. Looking at paints, I love blues, I love greens, I love greys. This I'm obsessed with, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with this. This is Railings, Farrow and Ball 31. I want it to be dark in here. I want to come into here and have it just envelope me and just sleep. And I'm thinking maybe just up to say where the door frames are. So there, have the grey and then have white above it. In terms of the light fittings, I'm not too sure what to do in here at all. They're all going to get changed. I say I was. There was chat of downlighters and spotlights, which I think work in some spaces, and I think some people are really into that. It's not my vibe at all. I want to keep it as true to a sort of 1950s ex-council block as possible. And I'm just not hugely impressed by this whole new plush vibe. Oh, in the corridor, I'm thinking of going for this yellow. How do we feel about that? This 76. This is part from the Natural History collection with Farrow and Ball. You can see it also here. I just quite like that sort of vibe, and I think it kind of works. But this will be kept really as is. New lights will go in, new pendants. The yellow might come up to, again, about here, and then do white. I mean, if you find an idea, just stick with it. The living room is, oh, that light is awful. This light is going to be first to go. So this wall, this ceiling, will come down just ever so slightly, just probably below that cornicing. And I'm going to get a new pendant put in. I want to kind of split this zone up. So in the 2 weeks that I've been here, I've kind of got to I've kind of got to feel the place and kind of what's going on. And I want to have a separate sort of sitting area here, and then have a split from what will be a sort of walkway to come through here and then out onto the balcony. The balcony is there, and that'll just go out there. But I kind of want them to have separate areas. So this awful light, I mean, someone loved it, so that's great, will get moved, and I'm going to have my pendant more central to here. So the pendant will be central to the seating area. Colours, I'm thinking, I have a lot of plants. They live in here for now. Hello. Box, heaven/hell, my violin, my saxophone, stuff, smart home stuff. I am a bit of a connected being, but I want to sort of play with the greens. I love plants. I still love this fireplace. I want to tidy it up just ever so slightly, but very much keep the brickwork. Lots of lovely cards have come in, which is very much creating the home. Maybe get a new gas fireplace. I'm actually not too sure what's behind here. It's a little bit of a mess, but I do know that this still works. But I want a green, so I have been looking. I did think that this is duck egg green from Farrow and Ball. I thought this would be the one. I was so like, yes, this will be the one. But I feel like it's too dark. But Emerald Glade by Dulux, I think has got the right sort of emerald tones that I'm looking for. I think it's got some warmth for a green, but I also think it's still vibrant. And what I have been noticing is, throughout the day, I've been just checking on the light and seeing what happens with this. As you sort of follow this journey on here, I will talk a lot about light. I'm a bit of a light wanker, and that's the wrong thing to say. I'm just someone that's obsessed with light. I think because, I mean, everyone's obsessed with light. We all need light. But this room is southeast facing, is it? No, it's southwest facing. It gets really nice light, and it's warm. It's constantly warm. So I want a colour that works in the evening when it's dark, and I want something which reflects the light during the day. I'm thinking of having maybe blinds in here. Curtains I'm not too sure about, but I think blinds would work really nicely. Then we come through here, and that is Jesus. You saw him before. He's very much keeping me company. Praise be. Into the dressing room. This is just really going to be a space for, well, I want to have a spare bed in here. I can't just do all this stuff and then my friends or my family say, hey, we're going to come and visit you. And I say, you're going to have to sleep next to the plants. I do want to have another bed in here. I'm going to think about sort of storage solutions and kind of how that can work. But this, I haven't really thought about. This is the room I've least been in. It's a great space, and I think it's going to be perfect for all the product stuff that I do on Man for Himself, which is my main YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. I'm loving this. And it will be also a space to kind of create. So I see this maybe as a space where I can have a dressing table. Hello to you, mannequin. A dressing table, some products, and then just really a space to have some clothing. That is not all of it. So I have stuff here, that's a lot of products. There's clothing over there, some mirrors, a lot of toilet roll. If you wondered who it was in the pandemic that was taking this, no. I did just think it's the kind of stuff that you don't want to have to buy in a supermarket. Justifying my toilet purchases. We have good news. The good news is that the structural engineer says this wall between the bathroom, which is here, the bathroom and the toilet can be opened. This is not load bearing. Amazing. This is one thing that I've just really kind of had enough of, which is having this toilet separate from this bathroom. It's just, I just want to update it. I don't mind the size of this bathroom. The size has been kind of okay. It's been totally fine, and I don't hate it. But I just want it opened. Again, with the stuff that I do a lot of filming in a bathroom. So I just want a space that is good for that, also a space to relax. I'm not too sure what to do in terms of the styling of it. I want a slightly bigger bath, I think. This one's pretty small. Also the drainage is not fantastic. The tiling is not my vibe. It obviously brought someone a lot of joy, but not so much for me. I'm also just like perching this mirror right here, glamour. The flooring, I want to get sorted. This laminate is pretty thin, pretty cracked in some places. I think there's a crack over here. This goes straight down into the concrete. So I want to get new engineered wood. And I'm conscious throughout this that I don't want anything that's too trend. Is that wet? No, I don't want anything that's too trend. I said this to my friend Kirsten, and I was like, oh, it's too trend, I don't want that. And she was like, well, everything's a cliche. And it's true, you know, we're turning everything around again, so I can't be a total, like, what I do is gonna be so new and just so revolutionary, because it's not. Someone's done it before. But I am conscious I don't want anything that's too, like, Instagram. And I don't want any of this grey stuff. You know, like sort of grey carpeting and grey walls, and it just feels, tat. But I will get something new, something brown. Kitchen is, I really like this room. I'm going to say that. This room was the one that was kind of good to go. I've been watching a lot of, I'm going to pop you down here. I've been watching a lot of like, kitchen, this is a really bad idea, kitchen like do-up videos on YouTube and how you can do stuff and how you can like modernize things. And I want to maybe just like take the doors off and maybe sand back the wood and then sort of bring it up a bit, maybe just darken it. The tiles are fine, but I don't love them. They're just not my vibe. But this is a really nice space. The oven is good. It's got a washing machine, it's got a tumble dryer, it's got my coffee machine. It's everything you could want and more. So I'm kind of happy with this, but if anyone has suggestions for how I can update this, how I can update some tiles, that would be great. Please comment, let me know. This, again, is a very new world for me. It's a new world of Faro and Ball paints. This is the one I quite like for the living room. Emerald green. Is that what we're calling it? Emerald green? Emerald blade, which I like and seems to be working, and then lots of Faro and Ball there. But that's my update. Bit of a 13-minute chat, quite a long time. But I keep on saying I'm really excited. The building work starts on Wednesday, so it's not long to go at all. This place is going to be a dust hell. I know that, and I'm going to try and spin plates and still do my day job as this gets done. But it's an exciting project, and it's mine. It is my space. I get to decide what goes and what stays. So there you go. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my little update/ramble. If you're still new to this, you can kind of put up with me, then please do press subscribe right now. The button will just be on screen. Also my other YouTube channel, if you want to check that out, Man From Self, then I'll also pop it on screen. But until my next new video, bye-bye.